Hello, thanks so much for being here. So glad to see so many folks popping into today's daily antidote of song. We are here, of course, by the grace and love of Carpe Diem Arts, who keeps this program going. We've been obviously more than 1,200 days, I think approaching 1,300 days, but hopefully somebody in this room is going to tell me what day number we're on. And I'm glad all of you have turned up today to be a part of today's amazing song with our two beautiful and amazing host and song leaders in this room, Dr. Kim Harris coming in from California and Elise Bryant coming in from Maryland. I couldn't be happier than to be sitting between these two lovely ladies. And I'm going to go ahead and say hi to the folks in the room, and then we'll get started. Kevin in DC, nice to see you today with your magic flute. Hello to Elizabeth in California. Nice to see you today. Hi to Mabel in Massachusetts and Two Bears. Happy to be here. Very lovely. Hi to Marcia coming in from, I can't remember, but I thought it might have been Canada. Hello to Athena in Brooklyn. So glad you're here today, Athena. Nice to see you. Kathy coming in from Denver. Thank you so much for being here with Chico, actually, too. Gary in Massachusetts, hello. Hello to Delhi. Glad you're here today, coming in from Maryland. And I know you've been having some health struggles. We're sending out some love to you. Caroline in DC, thanks for being here today. Cricket in Maryland. Sheila in Florida, hello. Mark and Luda in Victoria, reminding us double loves here. Thank you so much, everybody. Put that love right in your soul. We all need it right now in the world. Karen coming in from Oregon, hello. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK, hello and hello. Lovely to see the two of you together. Hi to Jim Harkless coming in from Maryland. Glad you're here. Hi to Kathy in Virginia. Nice to see you today. And lots of love and hugs to you too. Susan in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nice to see you today. Thanks for bringing your smile to the room. Storm in Massachusetts. Great to see you. Hoda, British Columbia. Always a big smile over there. Even on the blue days, Hoda gives us a smile. Sandy in Wyoming, lovely to see you today. And Sandy is actually Eastern North Carolina, but she is traveling about. She was here the other day from, I don't remember what it was, maybe Minnesota. No, maybe, I don't remember. Kay in Texas, nice to see you today. Glad you could be here with us. And Curly Tops in Vermont, hello, nice to have you here. Hello to Kat, also coming in from Vermont. Lynn in Connecticut. Rainbow coming in from Virginia. Ray, that's my mama. Hello, mama, coming in from New Jersey. And let's see, I think I might have missed somebody somewhere along the way. We've got Fred popping in, actually DC Labor Chorus, just like our song leader today. And I think maybe, hopefully I got everybody. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. If I missed you, we'll get you on the way out. Still it's Athena who's pulling it up. Day 1,297. I would call that 3 days away from day 1,300. So thank you so much, Athena. And I'm going to turn the floor over to our beautiful, lovely host for the day, Dr. Kim Harris, coming in from California. Thank you so much for being here, Kim.
Sure. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, wherever you happen to be in the world. Great to see you today, and wonderful to be here with Elise Bryant. Wow. And I've been on the internet sort of searching and looking and finding interesting things out about you. And I know you have lots of wonderful things to say. Now, did I see something about being at a theater project at the University of Michigan? Did you start out there a long time ago? Was that you?
I did. I did.
Wow.
I was hired by Hy Kornblue, who is the director of the Labor Studies Center at the University of Michigan, and he hired me to direct a labor theater project called Workers' Lives, Workers' Stories.
Wow. And then you're a screenwriter also.
That was
Right.
once. That was once.
Yeah, all right. Now I'm looking forward to, because it said Porgy and Bess, an American Voice, aired on
Yes.
PBS.
Yes.
Now you know it's fantastic. The library here at Loyola Marymount, I can get all of those things. So now I am going to look that up and watch that. I cannot wait. But what I really cannot wait is for you to sing with us today. So thanks so much. I'm really thrilled to be here with you. So looking forward to hearing you singing. What are you thinking of singing with us today?
I'm going to sing De Colores because when I was invited to sing, it was Hispanic History Month, and so I said, "Yes, this is the song that I really represents that for me." I learned it years ago, really as part of the farm workers, United Farm Workers movement. Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta, and that's the first time I heard the song, and it was sort of like the theme for the Farm Workers Union. It might still be, for all I know. But the words of the song are expressions of joy and a celebration of all creation in its many bright colors. And in the midst of the madness that is going on in the world right now, we need to hold those bright colors and also sing together, because we know when we sing together, we breathe together. And we breathe together, our hearts synchronize as one. So, are we ready for me to start? Okay, here we go. De colores en visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Canta el gallo con el kiri, 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 kiri. La gallina con el cara, 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 cara. Los polluelos con el pío, 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 pío. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Yay! I see y'all singing along out there. Love you, Daily Antidote Song family.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, it's great to hear that.
You're welcome.
Now, all right. So tell a little bit again about when you first heard this song. And what's interesting, and I'll say this afterwards, but I just had to write an article in which I was writing some of the history about De Carones. Also, just so happens that and I turned it in about a month ago, so I've got it up here in front of me too. But tell me about your experience with this song, the beginnings.
Well, it's a folk song, and like all folk songs, it has various manifestations and various versions, and where it actually started from. Now, someone said it was came from Spain and was actually a Spanish book. You can talk to that, Dr. Kim, more so than me. But for me, it was the Farm Workers Union. It was the Great Boycott, the Great Boycott, and um, and in that process. So this is the early '70s, is what I'm thinking. Um, but it was at that time where we were coming together. I was on campus at the University of Michigan. I was a student dropout, but was active in all kinds of the Black Action movement that was happening on campus at that time. And it was my roommate, Martha Bolts, who educated me about the farm workers and Cesar Chavez. And she just loved Cesar Chavez and really admired him. And later, much later, I got to meet Dolores Huerta, who is just one of my sheroes. Highly recommend the documentary about Dolores Huerta because it really tells the story that just both her and with her children who are also talking about their experience of and her leadership in the Farm Workers Union. So this song brings all that back to me. And it also, I learned about what was happening with migrant workers. And I didn't realize that it wasn't just people of Mexican descent who were migrant workers, but there were Filipino migrant workers. There were African American migrant workers who were still going from Florida, up the coast and all that, and doing migrant work. But the conditions that they had to live and work under were just awful. I mean, terrible, and nobody should be treated that way. And when I realized that this is where our food was coming from, these are the hands that pick our food, that put it on the table. And I'm reminded of Martin Luther King, there is no menial work, there's only menial pay. And for the folks that are bringing that food to our tables and making sure we get it, they deserve to have a living wage. They deserve to have, hospitalization benefits and insurance benefits and a pension because they're gonna do that for all their lives.
Yes. So, all right, now say that again because I'm going to be posting that phrase on Facebook today. There is no menial work.
There's only menial pay.
Oh, and that's an MLK quote he
That
talked
is
about.
MLK. That is MLK.
Wow. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And my parents, my mother cleaned the homes of the wealthy in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. And my father worked in the Ford Rouge plant. He was a member of the UAW, who's currently on strike.
Yes.
And he worked in the nastiest, dirtiest jobs in that industry. But what they taught me was it didn't matter what kind of work you did, whether you were digging ditches or shoveling, as my mother would say, the other word, we say
Yes.
doozy. As long as it was honest work,
Mhm.
then it didn't matter that it was you would do the best you could at whatever you were doing. And so I took that to every job I ever had. I worked as a nurse aide in a senior center. I was a maid in a hotel, cleaning hotel rooms, and worked as a secretary. And so I got a flavor for all of that. And every one of those jobs deserves to have a living wage. Every one of those jobs deserve to have pension and benefits. And I that all the strikes that are happening right now are about that. You know, people go, "Oh, they just want more money." No, 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 no. It's not about money. It's about quality of life.
Oh, and it's about the kind of benefits that
Yes.
we need for sure. I mean, of course, now being here in California, when I got here to, I mean, we have Cesar Chavez Day. That is a holiday
Yeah, yeah,
here.
yeah.
That it wasn't like that in Pennsylvania, but I do remember growing up in Philadelphia and knowing that when I went to the grocery store, we were not going to get the grapes. We were boycotting the grapes, and I wasn't sure why,
Right.
but I knew that that's what we were to do. So it's very interesting. I mean, just like I said, I had to do just a little bit of research about the song, and interestingly, talking about De Colores, a Mexican folk song, but it's been translated, of course, into multiple languages and all from the original
Yes.
Spanish. And the
Yes.
lyrics really speak through that lens of Mexican culture, of the beauty of springtime and a diversity of the colors of the season. And what's interesting, because I was comparing it to the usage of the historic and adapted Negro spirituals for the
Hmm.
modern civil rights movement, how De
Right.
Colores became a rallying song for workers' rights and fair pay during the UFW protests in 1960s and 70s. And it's really incredible to think about it. I didn't know anything about the 300-mile pilgrimage
Right.
from the Filipino Community Hall in Delano, California. And it began on March the 17th, 1966, and it ended on Easter Sunday morning, 25 days later, on the steps of the California State Capitol in Sacramento, California. So this was serious. This was
Oh, very
serious.
serious. Very serious.
And there were all kinds of spiritual underpinnings and all of that, but this was really serious. So, oh, that is fantastic. So, now what is going on? I heard that you were about to retire by the end of this month, so tell us more.
I was supposed to retire at the end of September, but somehow we're calling it phased retirement. I'm still on, but as of October 31st, I will be no longer the executive director of the Labor Heritage Foundation. And the Labor Heritage Foundation is the organization that originally brought me to the DC area. I was in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I grew up in Detroit. And that's where the Labor Studies Center was at the University of Michigan. And I got invited by Saul Schneiderman. I was at a labor notes conference in Ypsilanti, Michigan, and this guy comes up to me and goes, "Hi, I'm Saul Schneiderman, and I write Talking Union." I was like, "Yeah, I got that little newsletter. That's really cool." He said, "Oh, you should come to the Great Labor Song Exchange." It wasn't an arts exchange at that time.
Right.
And so I said, "Yeah, sure, I'd love to come." But the fact was, I really couldn't think of anything more boring than 3 days of labor songs. But I was like, "Okay, he's cute. I think I'll go down there." So my boss was generous and kind. I said, "Yeah, we'll pay for you to go." And so I came here to the what was then known as the George Meany Center, became the National Labor College, 10,000 New Hampshire Avenue. I know a bunch of you have been to concerts there and sang there. Was where I heard James Orange leading the group in civil rights songs. And James Orange and I were the only two people of African American descent in the room at that time. But when I heard people singing in four-part harmony, I knew I had met my new tribe.
Ah,
That these were people I needed to be with because singing, choral singing and singing in harmony is the next best thing to heaven that I can think of.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, I figured if there's some angels up there, they're singing in harmony for sure. Now, okay, now you're retiring in one sense, but then are you still going to be connected with the chorus? What?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Still be working with the DC Labor Chorus. Our concert is coming up on December 2nd. This will be our 25th anniversary.
Woo,
Yeah, it's amazing. It's so hard to believe. It's been 25 years. So that means I've been here for 26 years.
woo.
And that's going to be at Washington Ethical Society. You can go to the Labor Heritage Foundation website, or you can go to our Facebook page, DC Labor Course. It's posted on there for those of you in town. We will hopefully be live streaming. We're working on that right now. So we'll send it out to our Daily Antidote Song family, and Joe can get it out to y'all so you can tune in. But yeah, we'll be
Fantastic.
singing our favorite and sacred songs that we hold close to our hearts.
All right. Well, could you sing some more, please? Sing that song again, and we will be singing with you. And I see everybody moving and playing their instruments and all. So please, De Colores.
All righty. De colores en visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Canta el gallo con el kiri, 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 kiri. La gallina con el cara, 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 cara. Los polluelos. Los polluelos con el pío, 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 pío. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Yay. Thank you, family. Thank you, Dr. Kim. Thank you, Joe. Thanks to all of
Oh,
you who are out there.
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
My
you. Thank you.
pleasure. My
Let me
pleasure.
tell you, my students thank you because now I'm going to go mark papers, but I'm going to be a much better.
Oh, they're going to do so much better. They're going to do so much better after this. You know this,
You
right?
get
I
an A,
think
and
everybody
you
knows
get an
this.
A, and you get an A, and yeah, yeah.
But choral singing, people who sing in choruses are happier than people who don't sing in choruses.
Oh, I
Yeah,
absolutely affirm and believe
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you
You're
for being,
welcome.
and I look forward to, being on with you another time for the daily antidote of song. Thank you.
I have a quote I want to share with you that someone sent to me
Yes.
in the midst of what's happening in the world and the pain and sorrow that's happening. And this is from George Orwell.
Oh my.
They fear love because it creates a world they can't control. And it's the love of song and the love of community that brings us together, and they can't control that.
Yes. Cannot be controlled. All
Get
right.
up.
Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, something else that.
You're
Thank you so so much,
so
and thank
welcome.
you, Joe. So thank you to Doctor. Thank you to Elise Bryant,
You're welcome.
and Joe. We're going to turn it back over to you. Are you
Sounds great. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. Let's give it up again for Elise Bryant, coming in from Silver Spring, Maryland, the director of the DC Labor Chorus. Can't wait for that concert in December. There's links in the chats here and in the comments on YouTube and on Facebook. Please check it out. It sounds like they're going to maybe come up with a live stream, so hopefully we can all join her there no matter where we're coming in from. And another big shout out also to Dr. Kim Harris, coming in from California. Amazing host and song leader in this room, as is Elise. They play both roles, both of these lovely ladies. And so it's great to have you both here today. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody else in the room, but help me start by waving the two busy ones out so they can go back to their day. Elise, thank you so much. Well, not back to your day. This is part of your day, but you know what I mean. Back to your work day. Thanks, Elise, who pretty soon won't have a work day.
Joe.
Yeah. Bye, Elise. And thanks, Dr. Kim. Nice to have you.
You're welcome. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Off to grading.
Bye. Thanks so much, everybody, for being here today. Great to see you all. Looking forward to seeing you for the rest of this week. Kevin in DC, thanks for being here. Kathy in Denver, Caroline in DC, Cricket in Maryland, Curly Tops coming in from Vermont 1 and 2, and I think I saw 3 and maybe even 4 for a while. Sheila in Florida, thank you. Luda and Mark in Victoria, thank you. Karen in Oregon, great to have you with us today. Clive and Ruth in Birmingham, UK, thank you. James Harkless is in the house, or Baba Jim, as some folks call him. Nice to have you with us today. Mabel and Bears, thank you so much. Oh, Mabel and Bob and Bears. We've got, the crowd is growing over there. Michelle, great to have you with us, coming in from Silver Spring. And Kat in Vermont, and Kathy in Virginia, Annette in California, Susan in Cincinnati, Jane in Texas. Glad you're here today. Nice to see you. It was really fun to see all of you guys singing along at the degree to which you were all singing along. That was really super sweet. Susan in Tacoma Park, nice to have you with us today. Storm in Massachusetts, Hoda in British Columbia, Fred in Maryland, Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Arts. There's the ED of Carpe Diem Arts, the force behind the force behind the force that makes the world run around. Deli in Maryland, thank you so much for being here. Jamie in Victoria, thank you. Aloysius in Western Mass, thank you. And for folks off video today, Marcia, Gary in Massachusetts. I think Marcia's Ohio, actually. Gary in Massachusetts, Lynn in Connecticut, Rainbow in Virginia, Mommy in New Jersey, and Moon in Alexandria. Thanks to everybody for being here. Help me wave the live stream. Ciao, guys. Nice to have you all with us.